You know, up the road, it's where people get into trouble. It's also where people misunderstand source material. Or at least, that's what every gamer on the internet has said, anyways. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Daniel Strunk from QuickTime Reactions, and this weekend's going to be pretty busy in terms of movie reviews. You guys are getting this one today, two more tomorrow, and including the Dead Meat Horror Awards. I am going to be reacting to those and posting my reactions to who wins. And then you're also getting another one on Sunday. And yes, I am going to be starting my Mission Impossible rewatch review series here relatively soon because we are approaching May. So I will definitely get started on that ASAP. But for right now, we must talk about Until Dawn. No, not the game, the movie. This one stars Ella Rubin, Odessa A. Zion, Ji Young Yu, Michael Semino. There we go. Got there eventually. And Peter Stormare in the cast. When Clover's sister mysteriously disappears, it is up to her and her friend group to go and try and find where she disappeared. But when they stop at a welcome center in a town, they realize that they have to survive until dawn in order to get out of the hellhole that they've approached into. Now, this movie is based off of the very successful game of the same name. By the way, I have not played that game, so I can't really, tell you, how good of an adaptation it is. But judging by everyone else's response on the internet, this isn't an adaptation of Until Dawn. I know for the most part that Until Dawn is based off of the decisions that you make, and then of course, as we learn in the game, butterfly effect. It's the butterfly effect from those decisions that you make and how it affects the rest of your journey. The only person that is from the game that is in this movie is Peter Stormare. He returns to play Dr. Hill. I think the one key thing that I think, and this is just me speaking out loud, is that when you think they're going to make an Until Dawn movie, you are thinking, okay, so they're going to bring back the original cast that was in the game, and it's going to be just like the game, right? Where your decisions, butterfly effect, and all that stuff. But from what I've heard from people playing the game is that there are so many characters, so many decisions that, just from my perspective, it seems like too much to kind of streamline. So I think that this movie was really smart in trying to kind of condense the story logic. Now, granted, I do agree that it isn't the game, but for a movie, I think it does a pretty good job. Now, granted, Until Dawn, it does not have time loops. It doesn't have any of that. But I still like the fact that once everybody dies, it starts back over, and they have to make new, they're still making decisions and dealing with the consequences of their decisions. So I think that for me, it passes the baseline test, just in my opinion. Um, the director of this movie is the legend himself, David F. Sandberg, who's becoming a big name in horror. Got started with his short film Lights Out that became a feature-length film. He's done the Annabelle movies. He's even dabbled into superhero fare with the two Shazam movies, and now he's done this. And say what you will about, the adaptation of the game to the movie. There's no denial that David F. Sandberg knows how to create ambiance through like shots and through just that feeling of tension that something is going to happen in this film. Like, I can't count, like maybe every 10 to 15 minutes I had my arm up, just like blocking my view of the screen, because I'm like, there's a jump scare that's going to happen. And he's just really, really good at creating that feel of tension, and I really appreciate that. Um I I'm trying to remember the names of the writers. I think they did a pretty good job of um, kind of writing out, the dialogue as to, like, what certain people would do and how they would react in a situation like this. Like one person is like, "We need to get out of here." Another person's like, "No, let's discover more." Another person is, just freaked out and can't do anything. So I appreciate that aspect of the writing. Granted, I think some people will say it's not an Until Dawn adaptation if you don't like pull dialogue from the game directly. And from a certain point of view, I do agree with that. But on the other hand, it's like you can't go necessarily beat for beat from the game. I mean, look at I think it was an animated Killing Joke movie, and people didn't like it because it was, you know, too similar to the comic. So I appreciate the fact that they were able to differentiate it from the game. I also love the fact that there were a couple of nods to the game, from, I think, villain designs to a couple of files in Dr. Hill's office that I was able to clock. I appreciated that. Um, I also love the fact that um, this is a bit of an Easter egg spoiler, but when one of the guys is pulling off the flyers to reveal all of the missing posters, one of them is director David F. Sandberg himself. I thought that was a cool touch as well. Um, but yeah, I had an overall fun time with this movie. Now, for those that have played the game, they're probably not going to be, all too happy because it's not Until Dawn. But for people that have not played the game, or just know like the baseline information about this game, I would actually recommend seeing this because it's a fun time. The kills are unique and creative. They're like really, really good and really, really gory. Um, the cast does an amazing job. The creature designs are also really cool. And yeah, I had a pretty fun time with it. And plus, I've said it before and I'll say it again. We also need like good entry level horror movies. And I would say that this is like a good entry level horror movie for anyone wanting to get into horror. Check this out. But yeah, that is pretty much it for my review of Until Dawn. Be sure to stay tuned on the channel for all of the reviews that I have coming this weekend. But until next time, guys, be safe. Don't walk into the woods because there may be wendigos or a dude carrying a hammer that's going to kill you. And I will see you next time.